These guys went out at the beginning of the war. On any day they had a mission, there's a 30% chance they weren't going to come home. The guys that flew it the first couple of years, unbelievable odds against them. They were the greatest generation.
It was by, arguably I suppose, that bombed Germany into submission. It was the primary airplane that we used in the 8th Air Force out of England to go to Germany. It's the 8th Air Force, a real bunch of heroes. They lost more people than the whole Marine Corps did in the Second World War.
They donated it to the EA with the understanding that we were going to take it out and tour it and salute veterans, because that was their big mission and their big reason for doing it all was to salute veterans.
Well, this airplane, aluminum overcast, owned by the Experimental Aircraft Association. The airplane was surplus in May of 1945. It went out, it was bought. The guys took it over to North Africa and into Southeast Asia. They did mapping with it. It came back to the States. It was idle for a while. Then they made a sprayer out of it. All the armament and everything was off of it. You know, they didn't have a ball turret. The nose had all been enclosed. And it was surplus again. And one of our pilots bought it, Dr. Bill Harrison. He, along with some other people, they were going to fly around the world with it. That's what they were going to do. Fuel crisis came in the 70s. They donated to the EAA, and the EAA, over the years, have been restoring it back to its original condition as a World War II bomber. It's painted in the same paint scheme as one of our pilots, who has since passed away, that was on his 13th mission and he got shot down. And it's Hal Weekly, his name is on the outside. That's painted like that. The paint job, the original paint job, was paid for by the 398 reunion group. This airplane did not see combat. There's 12 out there, and I think there's maybe one in that group that actually did see combat. Most of them are just like this, they were surplused out.
The basic cost of the airplane, approximately $4,000 an hour. I remember it was about 6-7 years ago, I bought an hour's worth of fuel because we were going to be flying it into some bad weather, and I decided I wanted 1 extra hour's worth of fuel, and that was the first time I paid $1,000 for an hour's worth of fuel, and so it kind of a little cold water in the face reality thing. Like, it is expensive to fly the plane. The engines cost us $65,000 per engine, firewall forward, when we have to rebuild them and restore them to like new condition. We have to maintain the airplane to a certain set of standards that's established by the FAA and by Boeing. And that is very, very expensive. We don't make money doing what we're doing. We salute our veterans. We want to introduce the youth of America to aviation. You know, aviation is developing a problem. The number of pilots in this country are actually decreasing. So it's incumbent on organizations like ourselves to promote that and get more kids involved and keep aviation going. That's really our mission. And waving our flag. We're the Experimental Aircraft Association. We do a lot of things for aviation. We're in Washington protecting the rights of pilots to sit there and continue to fly. So there's a lot to our organization, and this is our primary vehicle for doing that.
We fly it because of the veterans initially. We got to see these veterans. It's sometimes the first time they had ever seen the airplane after the war. Sometimes I had a guy here just recently came up, his wife says, he just told you more about the Second World War, and he's told us since the Second World War. So that's what it's all about to us. It makes the hair stand up on your back, not because of the airplane, but because of the history involved in it.